You know what? I'm actually starting to get tired of the MVP race. I don't like the MVP race in the NBA anymore. I don't like it. It's too much crying. You know? Last year, he had Joel Embiid crying until he finally got it, and then he lays an egg in the playoffs. I feel like, maybe to me, the MVP maybe should be given out until the end of the season, after the NBA Finals is all said and done with. That's just me, because I think they want to list the regular season MVP, Finals MVP, fine, but I think the MVP should go from regular season until that player who's a candidate is done with, or until the end of the season. Basically, to the end of the season, I should say, for everyone. And then he determined who played the best from the start of the season till their end of the playoffs. That's how it should go. Because I feel like the last couple of years, some people didn't deserve it. I'm not surprised that. I'm surprised Giannis got the second one. But anyways, but Draymond Green has something to say about it, the MVP race. Personally, no, I say personally who I think should be the MVP. So Draymond Green. So this was almost 2 days ago when he said this, and they get picked up traction until Wednesday because everybody was talking about the Baco 25 from LeBron, from KG. Draymond Green believes Jayson Tatum deserves more support for his campaign as the NBA's MVP. While the Golden State Warriors champion didn't say the Boston Celtics star deserved the award, he said that skeptics weren't being fair when evaluating him. The Celtics are 7.5 games ahead of the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, Green said on February 26th episode of the Draymond Green Show, extension of the La Media. Do people think the Celtics are great too, where Jayson Tatum is only in 5th? Sometimes it's like that team is winning, and the guy is the best player and playing well. In this situation, clearly that's not the goalpost. But you can say that about a lot of people. You can say that about Giannis last year, but they didn't give it to him. They gave it to Embiid. You could have said that about Jokic, but they gave it to Embiid because voter fatigue. But my next point I'm going to say later. Green elaborated more on the aforementioned goalposts, explaining what he'll have to do to get MVP recognition. Clearly, the goalposts have shifted dramatically because in this guy's case, he's 5th, and the Celtics have a 7.5 game lead in the conference. The goalpost has moved on Jayson Tatum. I don't know what JT has to do. JT will not be taken seriously for MVP until he wins the championship. And it just has been that way for everybody else. Hasn't been that way for everybody else, I must say. He also added that such wasn't the case for Giannis, Jokic, or Embiid. Embiid cried his way to MVP when they won the award. It's just really hasn't been that way for everyone else. I don't know how it ended up that way for JT. Well, here's the thing about him. He ain't the best. Well, at one point in time, I don't know anymore. I was saying Jaylen Brown might be better than Tatum. I don't want to hate on Tatum. I think he's a good kid. I really think he is. But there's just some things from him that I see that don't click for me when it comes to him. And the biggest thing is that I know this is playoffs, but I also said just a couple of minutes ago that MVP should include playoffs. That in the playoffs, with probably the exception, even the finals, but in the playoffs, he tends to, especially last year, go silent. Him and Brown don't really have that dog in them. And that's the way I feel about it. I think he was just a big hype because he dunked on that Frog King out in LA. And I think ever since then he has had a name. I'm not saying he's trash. I ain't saying that. Because some people misinterpret that. He ain't trash. But I think one of the biggest things he misses in this game, which people don't really understand, he had that dog in you. He had that want to go get it. That's why I think it's disgusting. I know Kobe is his favorite. He idolizes Kobe. But, nah. Please stop. The thing that separates Kobe from Devin Booker, Jayson Tatum, people like that, Kobe had that dog in him. These two guys, including Devin Booker, don't got it in them. But nobody said anything when LeBron was winning 4 in a row. That goalpost removed. Oh, I know why. Because they needed the new face of the NBA to be great. They needed to put him high on a pedestal. So give him 4 MVPs. And now nobody can get a third MVP who has 2 right now. Jokic and Giannis. Because how dare Jokic or Giannis get 3? That means he's 1 away from tying LeBron. How dare they? Personally, I think this year the MVP should go to Shea, but let me see right quick. What does the MVP standings look like right now? Let me see what they look like right now, because I don't even know what they look like right now. Who's in the league right now? The MVP ladder, according to NBA.com, it is... How long ago was this? They need an update, because this is December 2023. Well, according to 5 days ago, according to the 22nd of February, Jokic is number 1 for MVP. And I do say, myself, that if you take Jokic out that Denver team, so anyways, Jokic is averaging 26, 12 rebounds, 9 assists right now. Almost a triple-double. 1 steal, and shooting 58% from the field. Team is 37-19 in the 4th in the West. 2 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 31 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, shooting 54% from the field. Take him off there. OKC is Shea has really improved big time, because they was just in the play-in last year, and now they are a 2nd seed in the West at the time. I think they might be lower or higher right now. I think Minnesota's still number 1. Guess who's not on this list? There's one person that's not on this list that should be high on this list. And I'm going to say it later. Number 3 is Luka. They're 6th in the West. He's averaging 34, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, 49%. Probably more because he shoot more threes than the other 2. Giannis is averaging 30 points. He's 4th on the list, according to last week. 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Shooting 61%. Take Giannis out there, and it'll be Portland all over again with Dame. Kawhi. Now, this one, I don't know about Kawhi being on the list. He's been playing well, but after what I saw last night, I don't know. 24.6 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 53%. This game was more efficient than anything on here. And they got Jayson Tatum, Kevin Durant, which I don't think should be on there. But one person that's not on this list, who I think should be highly touted on the list, is Anthony Edwards. Why is Anthony Edwards not on there? Anthony Edwards should be there. His team is number 1 in the West. Why is not Anthony Edwards not on there? Draymond Green, shut your freaking donkey ass mouth up. Why is he not on this list? Because before Cat got there, I know having Rudy Gobert helps. as well. But when Cat was basically the so-called leader in the Minnesota Timberwolves, where was the Timberwolves at? Garbage. Before and after Jimmy Butler. But Anthony Edwards doesn't get no consideration? Why is my guy's middle name is Lazarus? Anthony Lazarus Edwards. That's funny. You read the numbers of Anthony Edwards. I thought he was 6'5". I didn't know he's 6'4". 26 points, 11 in the lead, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 46% from the field. Why is he not on here? Why is Anthony Edwards not on here? That's my question I need answered. But anyways, my player's on here. Giannis at number 4. You know what? The only thing I want to see on Giannis is him holding a trophy above his head or cradling it like a baby. That's the only thing I'm concerned about Giannis. I don't really care about him winning another MVP. He got 2. Personally, he probably want more, but he's great with 1. I mean, with 2. I just want to see him with another ring. Forget the individual awards. I think the individual awards, especially in the NBA, has gotten toxic. Maybe it's just me. It's just me, probably. I don't know why I'm comparing Giannis to Hakeem right now. I'm just looking right here because I don't know. Maybe I compare Giannis to Hakeem. I don't know. But looking at Hakeem, he only got 1 MVP right now too. So he got 2 championships. I think not to turn this into a Giannis thing, but in order for Giannis to cement his legacy in the NBA, he probably does need another ring. But as far as Jayson Tatum is concerned, you also got to look at the team he's on. It's not just him. I think if you take him off that team, I think they'll still be good. They still be, I don't know about a number 1 seed. They'll still be a playoff team. Because Jaylen Brown is decent. Drew Holiday, and they got Kristaps Porzingis. I think the reason why they have a 7-game lead over the 2nd seed right now, because I think it is the additions of Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Those 2 have been very beneficial to the Celtics. Now, if they never acquire those 2 players during the summertime, and they would have lost Marcus Smart and still had old boy that's on Portland. I can't even think of his name. The center with the dress, I can't think of his name right now. They traded him to Portland for Drew Holiday. I think they would have kept him and lost Marcus Smart and kept the same team. I don't think we'd be talking about that. Jayson Tatum. Maybe he might be. I don't know. Because when the Celtics were, I wouldn't say trash, when they was, let's say the last season, they was probably a low seed, was probably 2-3 seasons ago. We wouldn't say anything about Jayson Tatum being the MVP in the MVP race back then. So I think it's also a lot to go into here, but I don't know. Like I said, I think the MVP race should be determined by the end of the season, after the NBA Finals, to evaluate everybody's performance, all the candidates, and see where they end up at, and then determine it from there. But that's just my thinking. But tell me what you guys think.